Hello, I have something so exciting for you today. Are you ready for it? Oh my goodness, I am excited. The Nikki is back. I thought that she was a thing of the past, and then boom, surprise, restock. What is happening? I'm so excited. So hello guys, how are you? My name is Katie. This is Capturing Fashion with Katie. We're a LuLaRoe boutique, and today I want to talk to you about our Nikki tank swing dress. So that's really swing dress, it's an A-line dress. I don't know what I'm saying with what I'm doing with my life, but here we are. Maybe you've seen her before. My goodness, I was just talking about the Nikki. So if you follow me, if you are a part of my fashion community over on Facebook, then you maybe were here for one of our takeovers not that long ago. If you are not, come and find me over on Facebook. It's where the magic happens. It's Capturing Fashion with Katie, and I'll put the link in the description below. But we went on a takeover just recently, and she had a handful of Nikki dresses, and I was showing them because they've always been super popular. There's nothing to not love about the Nikki, and I was just talking about how I don't know, like, we need the Nikki back, or maybe it was the round ramen, doesn't matter, but I was like, we need the Nikki back. It has been a hot minute since we've had any Nikkis. I don't know why they got rid of her. It makes no sense to me. It's a sad day, but you know, whatever, here's a few Nikkis. And then, like magic, the very next week, boom, email restocking the Nikki. It has been, I went and looked because I couldn't remember how long it's been since we've had the Nikki. The Nikki launched in 2019. I believe we got a restock in 2020, and I don't think we have seen Nikki's since. I mean, yeah, maybe they were up, but we haven't had a restock, and they have not been available to even order in the warehouse for years. It's 2024, the end of 2024. Also, where in the hell did 2024 go? But that is neither here nor there. It has been a long time since we've seen the Nikki. So maybe if you are familiar with LuLaRoe, if you have been following for a while, then you are already familiar with the Nikki. But it is, like I said, it's been years. We did not have a YouTube channel back then. I didn't even really do fit videos. For a while before we started this channel, over again in my fashion community on Facebook, I used to do videos in my mirror where I would hold it and I'd put on different ones, and then I'd post it and be like, this is the medium, and you know, whatever. And I don't even think we did that back when the Nikki launched. So I'm so excited to talk to you about the Nikki today. In case you don't know, and if you do, then she has everything that you remember. Exactly the same dress, and you're probably already all set. If you are a fan, there are some of you that every single time we do a takeover or a round robin or anything, we see Nikki's, we got to show the Nikki's, right? So some of you already know, but just in case you don't, or you need a refresher, that is the point of this video. So stop talking about random stuff, Katie, and start talking about the Nikki. Again, exactly the same Nikki that you remember. This batch, now we've had many different materials in the Nikki before. There was a scuba, there was t-shirt, there was a crepe, and I just only remember the crepe because I was wearing one today. So there's been many different materials. This one is more our t-shirt blend. So it feels like a nice soft t-shirt. It does have a little bit of stretch here, you can see, and we have had Nikki's in this material before. So it is a familiar material, just our simple like jersey t-shirt blend. And other than that, here are some of the things. We've got a nice scoop neck. Of course, we have that tank top design. And then we have the seam right here for that A-line cut, right? And then we kind of flow out from there. The Nikki hits just below the knee. And of course, we have pockets. Now, everything about this dress is amazing. Maybe you even remember the Nicole. This is kind of an updated version of the Nicole dress that was one of our originals. And that had a nice longer sleeve to it. And one of the things about the Nicole is it had this seam right here, right? And it did not have any stretch. So it was a struggle. You gotta get her on, you gotta work real hard. You gotta get her on. When she was on, she fit, but getting her on wasn't the easiest. So that's fixed. We've got a little elastic here in that waistband so that it's easier to take on and off as well. And then of course we've got that tank top design, which if you just watched yesterday's video about the Lynn, and I talked about, or I know I didn't make a video about the Lynn. Oh my God, you guys Lynn restocked too. I talked about it over in my group. Or actually I made a short for the Lynn, but I put the Faith on underneath the Lynn. That was very cute. You can do the same thing with this Nikki to give it some sleeves, which is also very cute. But anyways, let's talk about the fit. So I am wearing a medium right now. I had a small on and I took a picture in the small to put on the size chart because frankly, the layout is my favorite when I have 4 different sizes to show and that main size chart in the middle. It just works out so much better than when I only have 4 pictures. So I put one on, I took the picture, but I didn't feel like it was really going to help anything or anybody to have that small here in my fit video. I am not a small. I have been many sizes in the Nikki over the years. When the Nikki launched, I was 1 month postpartum. I had just had a baby, and my weight has gone up and down lots since then. So in my closet currently, I have smalls through extra larges. Now the small was a different material, and that may play a role, and I was able to put that small on, but I will tell you, like, you can kind of see this one, it's pulling. I mean, the pattern placement on this one, we've got that flower right there, but if you pull it, you see how it gets lighter there? So that's kind of happening through here because we all know that Katie's got massive boobs. Okay, so I'm a 38G. So this fits. I can get it on, but it is a little tight through the girls. The small, I wasn't sure I'd be able to get it on, quite frankly. I'm higher than I have been probably since 5 minutes after I had that baby. So the small just wasn't going to work for me. And it's not a size that I would recommend anyway. So I decided, I'll take the picture, but we're going to nix it from the video. It does not help. Now, medium, large, extra large, all sizes I've worn with regularity before. So I think those would be best suited for this video. So that's what we're doing. So again, this one is a medium. Like I said, I'm a little bit higher than I have been. Even the medium that was in my closet, I put that on and I was like, it fits, it works. Probably wish that it was a large, but it'll do, right? So that's kind of how I feel about this one. It fits, it works. Probably wish that it was a large, but it will do. So this one is 1 size down from my size chart size. The no problems in the armpits here. In the small, they did kind of dig a little bit because they were it was too small for me. One thing about having a sleeveless like this is the broad shoulder thing doesn't usually come into play anymore. If it had sleeves, I probably wouldn't have been able to get it on for you, but, taking the sleeves off of something magically fixes that whole super broad shoulder problem. So it was a little tight through there. It was definitely too tight through the girls. This one is really kind of pushing it. And so medium, not my size right now. If I could just lose this 10 pounds I've been trying to lose for 8 months, it would probably be great. But I'm a solid large right now. And I think large is going to be my favorite. But like I said, this one, I'm in it. It fits. It works. Once I got it on, it's doable. It's not uncomfortable in any way. I just think that the large is going to not only feel better, but just look a little bit better. Like I said, the girls are real big. Part of it is that if you don't have such a chesty problem, then you might not have this problem. And for me, being an hourglass, you can see that this is really like my smallest part. And so this isn't too awful, but it's through here and then through here. There are pockets that they're not pulling too bad, but if you size down too much in something, you can see that they are pulling a little bit. Like their pattern is very heavy. But this is the seam and this is where the pocket starts. So part of that is just because this dress is just a little bit too small. So that's one of the things that happens when you size down in something and it has pockets. They tend to pull and then they stick out a little bit here. Now I can like pull them. I can make them lay flat. But the first time I use them, they're gonna be sticking out a little bit too much for me. That's just me. I'm just telling you, I'm heavier than I was when we had Nikki before. But this medium is nice, but I'm excited to show you the large. That's my true size. I think that's going to be my favorite size. I know in the past I had an extra large as well, and it felt too big, but I think I was a little smaller then, so we're going to try out an extra large as well. But I think large is going to be chef's kiss perfection, so let's do that now. All right, as always, it's just something about those solids that are always a little bit softer. It is the same material, but the solids tend to be a little bit softer because they don't have to go through the process of that printing. And it's just being a solid just makes it just a little bit softer. It's like a perk of having a solid. So this is a large, and it does feel a lot better. That medium worked, but this one you can see there's room in my girls. There's room in the girls. They're not like that one. It was really pulling, right? You could see that it was lighter colored. This one's a solid, so it's not going to do that so much. But it was kind of pulling that print, making it lighter. I had a little less room through here where the seam was, where now it can like actually hug the areas, and then we have this nice seam here, and then enough room to kind of flow out there from there. My next biggest part besides my chest is also my hips. So I do have those right where those pockets sit, but it's nice and flowy. It goes straight out rather than, kind of hugging it to show off those rolls that I don't like. An A-line, I will tell you, is one of the most flattering silhouettes for all body types. So everybody is going to love the Nikki, okay? Because it's just the perfect silhouette. It's easy. It's super, super cute to throw on. I have dressed up a Nikki with shoes, with my overlay, with the jewelry. I've dressed her down. In fact, I was thinking if I'm going, to the river soon. I'm going to Ava soon. I'm thinking maybe I need to wear a Nikki and some tennis shoes to travel. Super comfortable. I got pockets. I wore one to FedEx. All I had was my keys and my phone. And then I had to carry this big box of Nikki's, right? Super easy because I got my keys, I got my phone in my pockets. And then I carried the big heavy box of Nikki's to my car. But we've got, like I said, let's do a quick little turn. You can see all of the things. There's probably a tag sticking out. This one is a large. That's my true size right now. There has been very few things lately that I have preferred a medium over a large. It's just where I am in life right now. And so this one is going to be my true size, and this is like the perfect fit for me. The solids wouldn't pull because, the solid, it's just solid, but the print, you've got that white backing underneath it. So that's why when it pulled across the girls, but look at, I still have room in this one. And there's no armpit problems. When it pulled across the girls, it made it a little bit lighter. Lighter. So I might have been able to wear like a medium in that, but honestly in a solid, usually you're not trying to size down in a solid and show off your lumps and your bumps because the solids are usually they show off a little bit more than a nice print. But this, because it's so flowy down here, really, really nice. I don't even think I need to convince you. I think you already know. I think so many of you probably are like losing your mind right now because you thought Nikki would never come back and you're like, Katie, shut up. I already know. Just show them to me. Or at least that's what you guys are going to tell me in the live tonight. But this is a large. Love, love, love the fit of this. It's comfy. It's easy. And I just feel real good in it. But we're still going to see an extra large because why would we not size up one? That's what we do here. All right, I'm just going to be straight with you. I really wanted this one to be a large because this was going to be it. This is what I was going to wear to keep nice and cool in the 116 degree weather. And then it came in an extra large. And all I remember about extra large is that I had one. It was a print that I was dying for back in the day. And I got it in extra large because it was the only size that I could get my hands on. And then I remember I took all kinds of pictures because I wore it to convention, which we just had this year. And I just felt like I looked really big in it, like bigger than normal. And I kind of feel like I look a little bit bigger in this one as well, because sometimes, I don't know, it's not bad. I don't know what it is. I feel like my hips are much more on display than it was in the large. It is a little bit longer as well. It's a little bit past my knee. But we have a lot of room here. So this seam, hits a little bit lower. I kind of want it to be just a smidge higher. And that would be real nice. But this extra large, the seam hits a little bit lower. So the pockets hit and everything hits a little bit lower down here, which I think is why personally I feel like I look just a little bit bigger. It's just the way that this seam is now hitting me, because for me, that best place is going to be just a little bit higher. But because this is an extra large, that is why it's hitting in that manner. And that's for me and my body shape. Otherwise, I mean, it feels nice. I don't feel like it looks super big, right? I feel like if I put on like a 2X or a 3X, you'd see that it hangs and it doesn't like hug right here in this area like it should. But because this is my smallest part, I want this part to be a little bit more fitted. For instance, there are some dresses I wear a small in because we have that waistband through here, and I want that to be more fitted. It doesn't stay where it's supposed to in some of our other dresses that have just that elastic through there. And so for me, this extra large is just a little too big. Now it is comfy. It is doable. And probably somebody on here is going to be like, I feel like it looks fine. And it feels fine. It feels real comfortable, but large is really perfect. I mean, this one works, medium works, but like I've been saying for so long, just like Goldilocks, that true size is perfect. So that's what you're going to want to shop for today. If you have not tried a Nikki before, your true size is going to be the best size. It's real simple. This video could have been 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes. It could have been like, hey, this is a Nikki, I'm wearing a large. This is an extra large, but you know, I could make a video. Hey, this is a Nikki, I'm wearing a large. These are the features. Wear your true size. Boom, done. I mean, why I gotta make them 15 minutes, 20 minutes? I don't know, but I just like to talk and I like it when you guys listen, okay? I also like it when you talk back. So please let me know what you think of the Nikki in the comments. Let me know if you have ever tried a Nikki before. Is this like a amazing event to you? Like you're super excited one of your favorites is back? Or have you never tried a Nikki before? I want to know all about it. So let me know in the comments. Again, if you are not over in my fashion community on Facebook, I would love to have you. That's where the magic happens. And yeah, that's it. Give this a little bit of love. If you loved the Nikki, subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon. I think it's up there. I don't know. But you will get notifications for every time I make a new fit video, and I make a new fit video for every new style that we get. And sometimes, like with the Nikki, some older ones, some older surprises that we're super pumped to have back in our lives. So that is what I have for you today. I will see you next week with the next newbie. Bye-bye.